Alright, YouTube. So, I got a question on one of my visual vlogs the other day. A guy asked what I thought about veganism, so we're going to talk about it. Alright. For those that don't know, I don't think I've announced it on this channel, but I'm actually vegetarian right now. I'm trying to make my way towards veganism, so you can already tell where this video is going to go. I am in strong support of it, and I'll tell you what eventually brought my beliefs into supporting veganism. Okay. Now, only reason I haven't really gone full vegan yet is because dairy tends to find its way back into my diet. My parents tend to cook a lot with dairy, and I know that some of y'all are saying, yeah, you could just stray from their meals, which most times I do. The only times I'm really ever consuming dairy are with their meals, or if I just get caught out somewhere at a night and I can't really, you know, for example, if I'm just somewhere and dairy might be my only option to eat something or whatever, I don't know. Dairy just has its way of kind of just slipping into my diet, which keeps me at the vegetarian level rather than the vegan level. Not blaming it, I'm just saying, you know, that's what's been stopping me, and I haven't been able to make an action to actually just go full vegan. Now, with that said, main reason I actually started pursuing this and why I'm in strong support of it is back in December when I was doing the play for Brothers Grimm Spectaculathon with my school, the Thespians, and I noticed that my friend pointed out that I had jaundice of the eyes, right? Like, basically jaundice is like, you see the whites in my eyes, basically they started to yellow up abnormally. And you notice like they're yellow, that means you got liver damage. So I started looking into it. I was a little freaked out by the symptoms. I was a little freaked out on what it meant. I knew I had to cleanse, so I started looking at methods and stuff. I looked at this one channel, Pastor Jerome TV. He was probably the one that helped me out the most. He was bringing up, you got to eat a lot of leafy greens, a lot of plants. As soon as I knew he said that, I knew that's where I was going to base a lot of my diet around as far as trying to cleanse out the liver and trying to help myself out with that, right? So I started to base my diet heavily around plants, leafy greens, lots of fruit, stuff like that. And as I noticed how much better I started to feel when I wasn't consuming a lot of meat, I realized, holy shit, why don't I actually just go full vegan? Because there was actually this thing that Infinite Waters had pointed out, and you know he's always preaching about veganism. There's this thing, and it made me consider going vegan, even before the whole liver thing was going down. He was bringing up meat and he was bringing up it was a video on like ego and stuff, and he was bringing up how like meat can have like stress hormones in it and stuff like that, yada yada yada. And he pointed out this one thing. This statement just resonated with me so much. He said, are you eating fear, which would be the meat and the animals, right? Because animals, they're afraid when they're killed, right? They're afraid when they're killed. And you know what, if you want to conflict me in the fucking comments, I don't care. Veganism has been such a huge debate with everybody. Some people are just like, oh, veganism's pointless, it's stupid, everyone wants to save the animals, and it's bullshit. And then vegans are like, no, you guys are stupid. And it almost seems like ongoing fucking war for nothing. But I'm gonna point out a little bit of that later in the video. But he basically said, are you eating fear, which would be the animals and the meat, or are you eating life, the plants that grow from earth, life? That shit really hit me. That made me think, like, wow, am I just eating fear? Am I just killing things for my own satisfaction to eat? Or am I eating the earth, the very thing that does feed me, you know, the plants that do grow, the life that does grow in order to feed, you know? So when I thought about that, it's like, plants are life, animals are light, you know. I don't know, that statement just resonated with me so much. And those two things in combination, when I realized how much better the plants are doing for me, and that statement, that's what made me realize I wanted to try and build my way to full veganism. So I had been going vegetarian for a while. I had relapsed on eating meat a couple of times, and around the time that I was giving up on no fap, I had also given up on veganism a little bit for like a couple of days, but then, you know, slapped myself right back on track. I mean, on vegetarianism, and I slapped myself right back. So I've been on vegetarianism for a while. And I gotta tell you, man, it feels so great. Like, if I were to go back to meat, I don't know, it's like I can't eat it. It's almost like no fat for me. It's pretty much like no fat for me. It's just another self-discipline for me that helps me out a lot. I do love eating plants. Dude, I'll tell you, like 30 grams of spinach every night, the shit feels fucking good. Broccoli, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, bananas, apples, grapes, blueberries, brown fucking rice is one of my absolute favorites. I still eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches as usual. But just like, damn, dude, like I feel so much better, and I feel, and oddly enough, I feel so much more. I don't feel clogged up. I don't feel like, I feel like when I eat the plants, I feel like I'm empowered. Like I really just rose out of the fucking ground, and I'm just like, all right, let's get it. I don't know. Maybe it's a psychological thing, but I just fucking like it, right? Eating plants has helped me a lot. It's like the biggest thing has been my energy levels. Not so much where I've been just super hyper, but I've been able to stay on my toes much longer and notice just how much better I feel throughout the day, as opposed to when I would eat meat or something, you know? I just feel fucking great. As far as my opinions on veganism, I think it's absolutely fucking great. I really do. I think it's fucking awesome. Now, for those who wonder what the difference between vegetarian and vegan is, vegetarian basically means that you don't consume animal flesh, but you still consume animal products. Veganism means you don't consume anything that has to do with an animal at all. If it's dairy, if it comes from an animal, you don't consume it. Point blank, period. Veganism means you're just not going to consume. I mean, yeah, that's veganism. Vegetarianism just means you're not going to consume animal flesh directly. That's all it is. So, as I was thinking about that and rolling with that, just, you know, rolling with vegetarianism for such a long time. I'm sorry if that word's aggravating y'all. I'm just putting it in the way that I'm saying it. I like it, and I think it's a great self-discipline that I've learned to develop over time, like with no fat. It's something that I've learned to take upon myself as a discipline and a habit that forms my energy, that cultivates energy for me, that brings me to the next level. It's almost the same way as no fat was for me when I was first doing it, right? It's that discipline that gets me more energy, saves me, and disciplines me, puts me to the ground, and teaches me to direct that energy in the right way. Veganism is teaching me to eat the right way. It's done a lot of benefits for my body and my energy levels as well throughout the day. Those two together, man, feels absolutely, it feels good, man, you know? So it's just those self-disciplines that I bring upon myself as habits. And self-discipline is a really important thing that I think someone should practice. So I'll say this, I'll leave you with this. If you're gonna do veganism, you're gonna need good reasons on why. Okay, you can't just jump into veganism thinking I'm gonna try it, or I want to get leaner or something like that. It's not gonna work. Because if you don't have a genuine reason for quitting meat, and the same thing with no fat too, take it on both levels when I say this. If you don't have a genuine reason, or if you don't have a legit reason to stop eating meat, if you don't have a genuine reason to leave meat, then there's no point in leaving meat, because there's nothing bad. If it's not doing anything bad for you, why take it out? You know what I'm saying? Like, if jerking off doesn't do anything bad for you, why stop? Right? For me, it made me feel weaker. For me, it made me feel less of a man, right? Made me feel like I was giving, like I said, I didn't like the idea of giving my seed up that easy. I wanted to fuck the world, not, you know, I wanted to bring myself into the world. That's where I wanted to assert myself to, not to the toilet bowl, not to the Jada Fire videos, not to that shit, you know? Same thing with veganism. I didn't feel good about the idea knowing that we were just killing animals in order to eat, in order to live. Over time, that idea just got more and more disgusting to me. I didn't like that. I didn't like that I was killing cows. I didn't like that I was just consuming chickens that we killed so I could feel good about myself. And especially in the way that they're killed. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And the way that they're treated leading up to their slaughter is just, I'm not proud of it. But that's a whole nother conversation. But that's just what it was for me. That was my reasons. If you don't have a reason like that, there's no reason for you to go vegan. You understand what I'm saying? Or if, you know, like if plant-based foods are just that amazing for you and you find yourself just wanting to go vegan, try it. But have legit reasons underneath your veganism. That's the only way you're actually gonna push through with it. Otherwise, you're gonna last on it a couple fucking months, and then you're just gonna relapse to meat like it was nobody's business because it wasn't really that deep to you. To me, it's the animals I care about, you know? Sometimes I think, like, even eggs I don't consume, you know, because I be thinking, like, I think some wicked shit, man. I think, you know, like, we take these eggs from these chickens. It's like, imagine if my wife had a baby and we had this evolutionary species ahead of us, and in order to eat, they would rip the baby out of the mother, like a C-section. They take the baby in some amniotic sac fluid, and that's how they consumed. They took our babies and consumed them. How would we like that? You know, I would tell myself shit like that. And that's just things that I think of. Or, you know, how would I feel if my little sister just got picked up out of nowhere, they killed her, and then fucking ate her? Because that's how they had to live. Don't really like that. And I respect life forms, man. I respect the chickens. I respect the livestock. I respect the species of the world. I have no business killing them. I respect the alligators. I respect the animals in their rightful nature. And I get it, and you know, I get that animals kill each other in order to survive. That's dope. Great ecosystem. I'm saying I don't have to eat them. I'm going to leave them in their respectful places. That's how it goes for me. But your reasonings may be different. Here's the thing, man. If you're somebody who knocks veganism beliefs, just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. People just think it's stupid or whatnot. That's cool. You have your own beliefs on it. And you might have research to completely fucking slam me on veganism. That's great, dude. I really don't care. It doesn't change the fact this is a self-discipline for me that helps me out. You may not be for it. It may not be for your personality. It may not be for who you are to go vegan. And then in that case, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to somebody who may be considering it or wants to understand why someone would. You know? So approach this with an open mind. When I tell you, people, well, what was I gonna say? This is what I'm saying. Veganism and vegetarianism and that shit, people have their reasons, man. We don't want to consume animals. We respect the animals. We respect the environment. We respect the mammals. We respect the reptilians. We respect those that live, because they're no different than us. I'll respect a bug crawling on my camera because he's a soul just like me in a different form. I'm not better than him because he's smaller than me, or she. I'm not better than them because I'm bigger, or I'm a human being because I have one of the most complex organs in the entire fucking planet Earth. Doesn't make me better. It just makes me different. You know? And for someone that doesn't see a reason, they don't mind eating meat, they don't mind consuming animals, they don't mind going out there, you know, that's what people did then, and I totally understand. I have no judgment against you for your thing. I have no judgment against you for wanting to consume your meat. That's fine. For people that want to knock veganism and come against it like, oh, it's dumb, it's silly, you know what? That's fine. The point I'm trying to make is everyone's got their reasons for eating what they eat and not eating what they eat. Everyone's got their reasons for committing to something like that. That's just how it is. You don't see the value and the commitment in it. That's fine. We ain't talking to you. You're better off eating meat. You're better off doing that shit on your own. That's fine. We ain't worried about that. My mission isn't to convince everyone to go vegan. My mission is to communicate to those who may see some sort of value in what I am saying about veganism. For those who don't, you know, leave it alone. You just might not be for it, and we're not going to judge you. Now, I don't think planet Earth is destined to become vegans. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do say this. We all got beliefs. We all got truth within us, and my truth is a plant-based diet. That's how it works. Hopefully I got my point across there. Can't lie, I'm a little dehydrated right now. Not feeling good about that. I don't know why. I've had like 3 fucking bottles. I guess that's just what fucking happens. But yeah, that's it for this YouTube video. That's my opinion on veganism, and where I do plan to become a full vegan. So that will be happening. Still working my way towards it, but just know I'm coming. So peace out and talk to y'all next time.